Morning, everyone. Welcome back. Does this look a little bit familiar? This is a BirdieBall putting green. It's an indoor putting surface, and you may have seen it. In fact, just a day or so ago, Golf Digest had it online. Jordan Spieth, really good golfer, by the way, was putting on one of these. We have that picture. There it is. Got an Under Armour logo on it and everything. And you'll notice they put our logo on one of these, custom printed. So this is pretty cool. It's a big deal nationwide. It's called the BirdieBall putting green. And guess what? They're local. Yes. John Breaker from BirdieBall. Thanks for joining us here, John, this morning.
Greg. Absolutely.
I, completely honest story, met you guys at the Golf Expo.
Of course you did.
And I was like, wow, you know, BirdieBall greens are pretty cool. You know, I've heard about them online. And you're like, yeah, by the way, we're local. So tell us about your story.
Yeah, so we're local. We're a 14-year-old business, and over the last 8 years, we really focused on this technology. This is a radically different putting technology. It is an aerated polymer foam.
Okay.
So when you walk up to a natural putting green, it kind of feels a little spongy on your feet.
Right, yeah.
Well, the ball rolls on that spongy subbase. So when you're getting a PGA Tour event prepared for, rolling perfectly true, they'll roll it with a roller.
Yeah, it's basically like a little steamroller.
Yeah, a little steamroller,
yeah.
And that's to make it dead flat. We do essentially the same thing with this. We make them dead flat. Then we mow them to have whatever stimp you like. So if you like bass greens, 11 to 13, medium 10, 11, super slow, 9 to 10, we can actually put that grain in, and so you're going up and down grain.
Okay, and they're different. They're definitely different, like you said, the foam from any other putting green that I've seen. I'm a golfer, you know, I like putting indoors during the wintertime, but every single one that I see has like that grass on it.
Yeah, so that's artificial turf, and it doesn't have anything to do with natural grass.
Right.
You know, it's a weave, and there's actually a pattern. And what you find is that the ball will follow that pattern when it slows down. And so, so you are aiming here and it goes there, and that feedback doesn't help your putting game.
And what I've noticed too is, again, looking to buy these things, they're usually pretty expensive, the artificial turf ones.
Right.
You guys have found a way to make it not only roll true, but also cost less.
Well, we're now the largest indoor putting green company in the world. And for example, this putting green is a 4x14 online. That's around $180.
Which, honestly, I find them for $400 when you're talking about
absolutely. I mean,
turf.
You know, the feature that is really cool is that the ball falls into a hole without it going uphill.
Yep.
And in order to accomplish that, often you have to build a base, and that base is expensive. And so we've eliminated the base by making it thick. And so it starts off thick, we make it dead flat, we create the grain, and now you have a perfectly true indoor putting green you can take anywhere.
And I feel like the most important part of this is it's local.
Yeah,
and family-owned, too.
Yes, and we're so proud of that. I mean, we are American-made, Colorado-made, and I employ everybody in my family. So, you know, that's and honestly, that is the best thing about it. And honestly,
how's that working dynamic going for you?
You know, there are times, but we get through it, and we love each other, and that's what the bottom line is. So,
all right,
but it is business, and so you got to be serious about it.
You do, and I want to know. You guys have been putting around, so who's the best putter? Who's the worst putter so far?
It's hard to concentrate with all that talking going on. I just want
I'm much better when there's a giant clown head for me to hit into.
Are you too good for your
Oh, you talking about me?
Ring around the rosy there. All right, so who's the best golfer in your family then, in the shop?
Well, the shop we don't really keep score, but,
Which is fine.
My father-in-law, who was the medical director at Children's Hospital here, that's how I met my wife, and he was hard to beat at Denver Country Club. So he's inspired us. We've followed golf through him for the last 30 years.
So if people want to get a hold of one of these, what do they do? Well, you can go to our site. It's on the Good Day Colorado tab. But do you guys have a local shop as well?
Oh, well, yes. We do have a showroom. We're in Wheat Ridge, and you can Google that. We are moving to Evergreen. We'll have the most beautiful indoor demo facility in the world on Highway 73.
I have no idea.
And for your viewers today, BirdieBall.com, Fox 31 gets you 20% off.
There you go.
20% off.
Okay, so there you go. So you might even be able to afford
that. You know too much about my paycheck.
We are on an anchor's salary here.
We don't know who the best golfer is, but now we know who the cheap one is.
Kirk Love's free. That's no surprise.
Well, John, thank you very much for coming in. We wish you the very best.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
And thanks again for keeping things local, keeping things built in the USA. We appreciate that. Ken, you got some traffic to do now, buddy.
I do. I know. I've been over here putting around. Speaking of your drive.